Today we are going to see about construction scheduling. In that there is two types. One is critical path method, another one is PERT, program evaluation and review technique method. So critical path method is most common construction scheduling method. It is also called critical path analysis. Whereas this is program evaluation PERT is used in critical construction scheduling method. This is created by a critical path, but is created by a network diagram highlighting the sequence of tasks and project followings. This pays more attention to analyze all the individual project activities. So, in other words, PERT evaluates and reviews from the name. It evaluates and reviews the project activities. I will explain this part later. See, the convenient analytical and visual technique of PERT and CPM prove extremely valuable in assisting the managers in managing the projects. So PERT and CPM are basically time-oriented methods in the sense that they both lead to determination of a time schedule for the project. The significant difference between two approaches is that CPM is an activity-oriented network, while PERT is the event-oriented. This is the main. See, critical path method CPM, it is activity-oriented, whereas PERT is event oriented. CPM has single time estimate, whereas PERT has 3-time estimate. And what are those 3 times is optimistic time, pessimistic time, and most valuable time. So first, let us see about network diagram representation. What is meant by activity, first of all? So any individual operation which utilizes resources which has an end and a beginning, it is called activity. So I have done excavation, and after excavation, what I'm doing is I am refilling the work. So from first activity, I have done second one. So this is an activity. In this, there is four types of activity. One is predecessor activity, successor activity, concurrent activity, and then dummy activity. So if an activity is completed immediately prior to the start of another activity, it is called predecessor. If activities that cannot started until one or more of another activities, it is called successor activities. Whereas concurrently the activities are accomplished, it is called concurrent activity. The dummy activity is it does not consume any kind of resource and time is called a dummy. But dummy activities are simply used to represent a connection between events in order to maintain logic in the network. See, this is for example, in the above example, A and B are preceding activities, whereas C is dependent on activity A and activity D is dependent on activity B. Also, A and B are it is a concurring activity since A is starting at the same time, whereas E is the dummy activity. Okay. Now, event. So, an event represents a point in time signifying the completion of some activities and the beginning of new ones. So, this is usually represented by circular networks. See, two event completes a activity. Here, this 1, 2 is there, right? So, A is an activity, 1 is event and 2 is event. 1 is called tail and 2 is called head. So, 1 is tail event and 2 is head event. This event or active classified into 3 types. One is merge event, burst event, merge and burst. So merge is when more than one activity comes and joins an event. Such an event is called merge. Whereas one or more than one event burst from an activity, it is called merge event. So merge and burst is combination of both.